In the shadow of top-secret military projects, the United States has just announced an unprecedented superweapon, a fighter that makes all opponents wary, the most fearsome warrior of the sky on the planet. The U.S. has just shocked the world by announcing the F-47, a sixth-generation fighter, a leap forward in military technology. This is not only a fighter jet, but also a symbol of the power of the U.S. Air Force. What makes the F-47 so outstanding? Let's find out with the truth of the century right after this.
But we're here for a reason today that is very exciting, and I'm thrilled to announce that at my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet. Number sixth generation. Nothing in the world comes even close to it, and it'll be known as the F-47. The generals picked a title, and it's a beautiful number, F-47. It's something the likes of which nobody has seen before in terms of all of the attributes of a fighter jet. There's never been anything even close to it, from speed to maneuverability to what it can have to payload. And this has been in the works for a long period of time. After a rigorous and thorough competition between some of America's top aerospace companies, the Air Force is going to be awarding the contract for the next generation air dominance platform to Boeing. As you know, was highly competed for. There was a lot of competition, generals, and it's been going on for a long time. Very, very tough competition, but this plane is produced numbers that nobody's ever seen before. The F-47 will be the most advanced, most capable, most lethal aircraft ever built. An experimental version of the plane has secretly been flying for almost 5 years, and we're confident that it massively overpowers the capabilities of any other nation. There's no other nation. We know every other plane. I've seen every one of them, and it's not even close. This is a next level. You know, level 5 is good. This is level 6, they say. The F-47 is equipped with state-of-the-art stealth technology. It's virtually unseeable and unprecedented power. It's got the most power of any jet of its kind ever made. Maneuverability, likewise, is there's never been anything like it, despite the power and speed. Its speed is top. It's over 2, which is something that you don't hear very often. America's enemies will never see it coming. Hopefully we won't have to use it for that purpose, but you have to have it. And if it ever happens, they won't know what the hell hit them.
During a press conference at the White House today, President Donald J. Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced that the Air Force would proceed with the production of the next-generation air dominance fighter jet platform. Intended to eventually replace the Air Force's fleet of F-22 Raptors, the NGAD platform is a network-connected family of systems, including a stealth fighter jet component, drone technology, and others, that simultaneously interact to ensure air superiority. I'm thrilled to announce that, at my direction, the United States Air Force is moving forward with the world's first sixth-generation fighter jet. Nothing in the world comes even close to it, Trump said, adding that the aircraft portion of the platform will be designated the F-47. The president added that the F-47 will be the most advanced, capable, and lethal combat aircraft platform ever built, and that the NGAD contract represents a historic investment in the country's defense industrial base, keeping the U.S. on the cutting edge of aerospace technology. Hegseth said this was a big day for the warfighters. Because of this sixth-generation fighter, America will have generations of air dominance. The F-47 sends a very direct, clear message to our allies that we're not going anywhere, and to our enemies that we can, and we will, be able to project power around the globe, unimpeded, for generations to come, he added. Hegseth also said he sees the NGAD program as a historic investment in both the U.S. military and the U.S. defense industrial base, which will help to revive the warrior ethos in the armed services. The ability of NGAD's fighter jet component to interact with drone technology will allow more lethality and modernized capability than in previous weapons systems, Chief of Staff of the Air Force General David W. Ulvin said at the press conference. NGAD is allowing us to look into the future and unlock the magic that is human-machine teaming, Ulvin said. We're going to write the next generation of modern aerial warfare with this. He added that the way the Air Force has assembled the NGAD program will give the government more control, allowing the platform to be updated and adapted at the speed of relevance and at the speed of technology. To maintain its leadership in the Air Force and surpass other countries, the United States has invested heavily in research and development, R&D, of advanced aircraft. In fiscal year 2024, the U.S. Air Force proposed a budget of about $185.1 billion, of which $55.4 billion is for R&D, an increase of $4.9 billion compared to the previous year. In particular, the Next Generation Air Dominance, NGAD, and the Collaborative Combat Aircraft, CCA, programs are expected to receive $28.46 billion over the next 5 years. In 2025 alone, NGAD is proposed for $2.75 billion and CCA for about $577 million. These investments demonstrate the United States' commitment to developing advanced aviation technologies to maintain air superiority and meet global security challenges. To maintain its leading military position and protect its territory in the air, at sea, and on land, the United States annually invests a huge defense budget. In fiscal year 2024, the U.S. Department of Defense requested a budget of about $842 billion, an increase of 2.6% over the previous year. This budget is allocated to various areas, including a research and development, R&D to develop advanced technologies and weapons. The United States has invested heavily in R&D. For example, in fiscal year 2024, the R&D budget is approximately $148.3 billion, an increase of $3.4 billion over the budget request, and an increase of $8.6 billion over fiscal year 2023. Weapons and equipment procurement. Approximately $172 billion is earmarked for procurement, up $3 billion from the budget request, and up $9.8 billion from fiscal year 2023. This includes the purchase of state-of-the-art weapons and equipment to maintain military superiority. These investments reflect the United States' commitment to maintaining and strengthening its military strength, ensuring national security, and maintaining its leadership position on the international stage. It is no coincidence that the U.S. military is always the world's best. It is the result of continuous investment in technology, strategy, and people. From stealth fighters F-22, F-35 to next-generation projects like NGAD, the U.S. not only protects its skies, but also sends a strong message. Anyone who challenges its position will face unbeatable power. Additionally, the F-47 will cost less than the F-22, be more adaptable to future threats, and have significantly longer range, more advanced stealth, be more sustainable, supportable, and have higher availability than our fifth-generation fighters, Ulvin said via a press release following the announcement at the White House. Though no costs or timelines for NGAD production were released during the press conference, the president said a fleet of F-47s would be built and in the air during his current administration. America has been, is, and will continue to be the leader. New generation fighter jets are not just weapons, but also proof of unparalleled power, making all enemies wary. When the U.S. Air Force takes off, the world looks up. The F-47 is the U.S. Air Force's most advanced sixth-generation fighter, designed to maintain air superiority in a constantly evolving global military technology landscape. Here is some information about the F-47's operations, radar systems, and weapons. 1. operational, and air control capabilities. Outstanding speed and range. The aircraft uses a variable cycle engine, allowing for fuel-efficient supersonic flight and maintaining powerful thrust without the need for afterburner. Integrated artificial intelligence, AI. The F-47 is equipped with an advanced AI system, supporting pilots in making quick and effective decisions in complex combat situations. 2. Radar and sensor systems. Active Electronically Scanned Array, AESA, radar. The F-47 is equipped with an advanced AESA radar, providing the ability to detect and track targets at long ranges with high accuracy. Electro-optical and infrared sensors. The aircraft integrates these sensors to enhance situational awareness and target detection in all weather conditions. 3. Weapons and equipment. Directed energy weapons. The F-47 is capable of integrating laser or microwave weapons, allowing it to attack targets at the speed of light and with high precision. Ability to coordinate with UAVs. The aircraft can operate with unmanned aerial vehicles, UAVs, forming an integrated combat system, enhancing combat effectiveness. From historic air battles to top-secret projects of the future, the U.S. Air Force has always been the undisputed king. Not only does it protect America, it is also the shield of freedom, maintaining world order. And as the next generation of fighter aircraft emerges, one thing is certain: America will still rule the skies. Military power comes not only from weapons, but also from thinking ahead of the times. While the world is still racing, America is at the finish line. And with each new generation of fighter aircraft, they not only rewrite history, but also affirm a truth. In the sky, the U.S. Air Force is the absolute ruler. In every war, the sky is the first battlefield that determines victory or defeat. And when it comes to dominating the sky, no country can compare to the United States. The United States Air Force is not only a steel shield protecting the country, but also a symbol of advanced technology, military power, and global influence. The U.S. Air Force is not only a fighting force, but also the embodiment of cutting-edge technology and long-term strategic thinking. They are always one step ahead, developing the most modern weapons and combat systems, from stealth fighters, strategic bombers, to space control and combat systems. While the world is still researching, the U.S. already possesses technologies that its opponents can only dream of. The F-47 represents a major leap forward in military aviation technology, combining stealth, speed, range, artificial intelligence, and advanced weapons systems, helping the U.S. maintain air superiority in the future. In the military world, whoever controls the skies controls the battlefield. But maintaining the #1 position is not easy. The U.S. Air Force is constantly innovating, from the F-22 and F-35 fighter jets to top-secret projects like the 6th-generation fighter. They not only compete with Russia and China, but also surpass them with constant innovation. That is why America will always be the leader. Role in maintaining global power. Why is the U.S. always the #1 superpower? An important part lies in the Air Force, a force that not only protects the U.S. skies, but also ensures military influence around the world. With hundreds of bases spanning from Europe, the Middle East to the Asia-Pacific, the U.S. Air Force can deploy power to any hot spot in just a few hours. They not only protect national interests, but are also a force to maintain world order. Thank you for watching. Don't forget subscribe or like and share to support our channel. Bye for now, and see you in the next video.